Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Walking in Burano. Walking in Burano is a game designed by Wei Min Ling, published by AEG and Emperor S4, plays 1 to 4 players, 30 to 40 minutes. And what you're doing in this is you are basically trying to renovate houses in Burano. I don't know, is there any theme in it? Let's see if there's theme. Beautiful island in Venice, known for its colorful houses. Walking through the island, you will see these vibrant houses on both sides of the canal. They need a fresh coat of paint in order to stay beautiful and vivid. So we're trying to repaint the houses, apparently, to attract tourists and people to live in those houses. And one of those people is Santa Claus. How cool is that? Effectively what this is it's a drafting game, and you're building a tableau in front of you of different colored houses. Each house is going to score in a different way based on some inhabitants or tourists you have in the house, and whoever has the most points is the winner. That's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of Walking in Burano, all set up for 2 players. To set up for 2 players, you're going to give each player 4 regulatory bonus tokens, 4 coins, 2 scaffoldings, which I've done here. The scaffoldings are 2-sided, so when you build the base, you can move it up to the 2nd floor if you want to. Then you're going to shuffle each of the decks, the 3rd floor, the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor, flip 3. And in a 2-player game, you're going to use 2 tourists of each color and 1 of each of the inhabitants. So that's what we have set up here. Then the first player is going to get the cat token. All right, so now we're going to go. The way the game works is you're going to be drafting cards from a single column. Either 3 cards, 2 cards and a coin, or 1 card and a coin. You can never just take the middle card. In order to take the middle card, you either have to take the top in the middle or the bottom in the middle. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So this player's first. I think I want to go here. This will be me. So I'm going to go here, take 2 cards and a coin. And then I'm allowed to build up to 3 cards. The cost for building cards is 1 for the first card, 2 for the second card, 2 for the third card. So 5 total if I want to build 3. And you have to build a base, a middle, and a top unless you have the scaffolding. So I could put this like right here if I wanted to because I have the scaffolding there. But what I want to do is I'm going to start just building a pink. Now, there are a couple rules to building. You can't go past 5 wide, so there's going to be 5 buildings tall, and you can't put the same color next to each other. And each of these buildings have to be the same color unless you use a regulatory token. So I could spend a regulatory token and I could make this building like that, but I've lost 3 points. Or I could build another pink building right next to it. That's going to cost another 3 points. So that's a little hairy. So I built 2, so I have to pay 3 coins. And that's my turn. Now it's the next player's turn, and they're going to do a similar thing. And I think they're just going to do these. They'll do these 2. And a coin, because they took 2 cards. And now they're going to build 2. So they'll go ahead and go here. They're building a business, and I'll put this here. So that costs them 3 coins. And that's that. Now, what we're going to do, in a 2-player game, you remove the rightmost cards of each color. So we'll do that. First player will pass, so this player is not first player. Then we'll flip 3 new cards. Man, I wish I could shuffle these cards and not put them back in like crazy orders. That'd be nice. All right, 1. All right, so now this player's first. And what they're going to do is they're going to just take this card. They'll take this card and 2 coins, and they're going to go ahead and build that card for 1 coin. And this will complete a blue building for them. Now, a couple things happen here. Well, one thing happens really. When you complete a building, you're going to take either a tourist or an inhabitant, which are going to score you points. The tourists are going to score points for everything in that specific building. So this green one will score points for all of the plants. So the plants, the non-flower, they look like flowers, but they're not colored yellow. This lady will score points for all the flowers, 1 point. This tourist will do 2 points for all of those things, which is pretty nice. And that lady will do 3 points per cat. So I think what I want to do is, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers. Let's take the flower lady. So I'm going to take the flower lady. She'll go under the building. I don't know if you can see that well, but she'll go under the building. And now all of these flowers in here are going to score 1 point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's worth 2 points. So that's 7 points that I got there. And that's that player's turn. Then it comes to me. I'm going to start working on another building. So I'm going to take these 2 and a coin. And you have a hand limit of 3. So if you don't want to build, you can store your cards in your hand. But you might as well build. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this orange one here. So 1, 3 coins. And done. All right, then the cat will move over and it will be my turn. We'll swipe these cards. And then this will be the last round I play, and then I'll talk about how the game ends and scoring. All right, so, ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one. All right, so I'm going to take, no, I just want this one. I'm going to just take this one for 1, and that'll give me 2 coins. And I'm going to go ahead and build it here. And I'll flip one of these up here. That cost me 1 coin, and I'm done. All right, then the other player will, yuck. They'll take this one. You just want this one. And that'll give them 2 coins. And they're going to build this blue one, but they can't build it next to that because without doing a permit. So they'll put it over here. That'll cost them a coin. And that's that. We sweep the farthest right again, refill, and do all that. Now the game's going to keep playing until someone has built all 5 of their buildings. Everybody gets an equal amount of turns. Then we're going to score. So let's look at the scorecard here. Then we're going to score. So you're going to score each of your tourists. So let's slide this up a little bit. You'll score each of your tourists, starting with left, then go across, and you're going to score points. So you can see we did that here in our game. Then, if you're going to score points for all your businesses, you can see businesses here. They have some points. So this player would have 4 points in businesses. Points for all of your regulatory bonus tokens that you have left. If you don't spend any, you get 12. So one thing I didn't show you is you want to not have closed windows. A closed window has an X. So if you have the most closed windows, you lose points for all of your closed windows. So in this case, it's a tie. So we would both lose points for our closed windows, which is 1. So -1, and then you'd have your total down here. Whoever has the most points is the winner. And that's how you play Walking in Burano. Let's go to the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Walking in Burano. So I'm not going to go over the components too much because it's mostly just the cards that you saw, but I do really like the coins. They're shiny. They're shiny coins, which are really neat. They have like point symbols around them, which is weird because they're money, but whatever. And I like the tourist cards. They tell what they do. There's each a color of each individual house, but they don't have to go in certain color houses. And I mentioned Santa Claus up at the top. I don't want to bury the lead, so Santa Claus. How cool is that? I like the components, the art. I like all of it, and it all fits in a small box, and that's awesome. Now let's talk about gameplay. So we just picked this up on a whim when we were out celebrating our anniversary, and Katie likes games that are in small boxes, like this size. She picked it up. She liked the colors, thought it looked interesting, so we played it, and man, is it good. For what this game is, it packs a lot of punch for being a little tiny card game in a little tiny box. We played it at 2 players, and I played it again a couple more times in a solo game. And man, it is a nice little thinky puzzle. The decisions are, there's every decision matters. Do you want to take coins? Do you want to take all 3 cards? Do you want to just take 1 card and get 2 coins? Are you going to use your little regulatory bonus? So you can break some rules. It's 3 points, but it's regulatory, you know, but I may need to put 2 colors next to each other. Whew, that's a lot of decisions. And then in the 2-player game, card rows clear out like I showed you. So you're cycling through more cards, simulating a more player game. And it's awesome. I think playing this at any player count will be good. I've only played it at 1 and 2, but I can see 3 and 4 playing just as well. And there's going to be, you know, more stuff cycling through and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I like it. So this game's fantastic. I'm glad we have it. And I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. This is going to get an 8 out of 10 for me, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale that means absolutely nothing. But what I take for the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is Walking in Burano from AEG and Emperor S4. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.